welcome back to Crochet at My House. So, we haven't made a video in quite a wee while. There's been a lot going on. We went away to do something. We also went on a camping trip.
Yes, we did. It was so fun.
And this room is changing around somewhat, so that's also been taking time. I have some notes here to try and keep us on some kind of track with today's video. But mostly we are just going to show stuff from our trip and chat about it, really. So I'll start off with saying we stayed in a campsite outside of Lairg at Wood End Campsite. It was pretty nice.
Yes, it was.
We were in a tent, which is kind of interesting. We had some nice air beds. Yeah. The first night was really windy. Not that it bothered me too much, it seemed to bother her more than it bothered me.
She could stay asleep through an earthquake if she so wished.
The next night was pretty okay.
Yeah.
And the last night was alright, although it did rain a little bit, so some things got damp.
Yes, especially on my leg.
Yeah. So, it wasn't too bad. The first day we went to Inverness, and we've got quite a few things to show from Inverness. I think we'll start with yarn stuff. This is yarn stuff. So we've got a couple of patterns. You want to show some of them?
First off, we had this really nice cardigan.
Yeah, and waistcoat.
It's got buttons down both of them. At the front, and it's got this nice pattern.
And it's Bellman's double knit, sizes 32 to 40, and the pattern's age is the 70s, so it's kind of old. Next we have this cute little suit. So we have a cardigan and a waistcoat again. This one, not sure what it's supposed to say there. It's done 3-ply and it's got 32 to 40 sizes again. That's this one is from the 80s.
Still quite old.
Then we have one from Patterns, which is
nice.
a top and cardigan combo. 30 to 40. This is inches, by the way. Just in case I hadn't mentioned that. I'm not seeing a date on this one. Could just be missing it, but I don't see one. Oh, I do. Another one from the 80s. This one's 86. I think the year. And there's this cute man's jumper with a nice little edge to it. I would say this one is quite a bit newer. It looks newer. Doesn't have a date on it, but looks nice. This one, which is really pretty with its zigzags.
That is cute.
And this one's definitely a vintage style pattern. No date. But there are like a bunch of different things showing its age. There's this bit up here. There's how her hair's done in there, and it's quite obvious. I would, at a guess, say maybe the 40s, 50s kind of point. Probably the 40s. It's kind of vibe it's giving me.
It is really nice.
And we have this one. It's a newer pattern.
Ooh.
It's a little cardigan.
Cute.
It's a nice enough pattern. That one's in Sear, by the way. Then we have Burda Knitting. Some of the stuff's on the back here. This one's like a magazine kind of thing. Yep, it's got number 10 and 2022 on it. So this one's pretty recent. It looks quite nice. And we have this one. I like this one and this one. I really don't like this hat.
Yeah.
It's just not my cup of tea, that hat. And this one's 76. And the last pattern we have to show from there is this poncho, which has kid sizes as well. This is a newer pattern. Don't see a date on here. Oh, that's just a leaflet. Anyway, looks like a nice one. This one's King Cole. Right, we have some yarn from here as well. All charity shop stuff.
Sorry about the crinkle. It's in a little baggie.
Yeah, it is a very crinkly bag. Stop now. So we have some nice grey yarn. It's fairly lightweight. Definitely feels like it's got wool on it. Not got its original bands, but still nice. Another little bag. I got this one because I just like the little texture to it.
That's cute.
It's really pretty. We have some white. This is definitely cotton and it feels like it's DK weight. Then we have this one, which does have some information. It's acrylic. Nice white yarn. This is technically for a knitting machine. That's why it's on a cone like this. But you don't have to use it for a knitting machine. Next we have this fine cream stuff. I'd say 4 or 3 ply. Find one again. And this one is silver. That's the colour. And Shetland. So I'd say Shetland wool. It's quite a nice colour. It's a kind of creamy, beigey, greyish colour. It's a weird colour. Next we have this one. This one is acrylic. Oh, no, it's an acrylic blend. That's what it is. It's a blend with acrylic and wool. Some of the stickers in here are all kind of bunched up over each other, so it's hard to read. But basically it's acrylic and wool, and it's a cream colour. Creamy yellow colour. Next we have this big piece of grey. It feels like a 3 or 4 ply, roughly. And this one is acrylic. And then lastly we have this little one. This one's acrylic too. But I just love these colours. They are so fun.
It kind of looks like candy corn.
And that's all the yarn.
Got one last one.
And some purple. Really nice wool there. And we also went to the sweet shop in great, it is a great sweet shop. It's called Young's Old Sweet Shop. And a little shout out to a person who was working in there. She was really lovely, the service was great, but she likes to crochet and she was saying she was going to subscribe and watch some of my videos. So hello to you. I can't remember if I asked you your name, but hi. Hope you are enjoying the videos and we are enjoying the sweets. So we're going to quickly show those. There will be a bit of crinkling here, crinkly packets. We have some vanilla fudge.
We've got some Iron Brew
Hard candy.
Yeah. I picked out letters.
Yep.
Vanilla hard candy.
We have some gummies here. My favourite, Gummy Peaches. We've also got giant cola bottles and frogs. Honey licorice.
And we've also got a licorice all sorts nugget.
And we have these, which is lavender.
Yes.
It's not called lavender though, is it?
No. Can't remember what this one's called.
Anyway, it's a lot like Parma Violets. They're quite nice. It's something creamy though. Lavender creams? It's not lavender creams.
Lavender creams?
No. Anyway. We got 2 dummies. And we did get a handful of other things, but some of the sweets have been eaten. Right, we also went onto the NC 500 road and we stopped in a place called Golspie? Golspie? Yeah. And we got quite a few things there. I absolutely love the charity shops there. Oh, and I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I'm going to pop in photos from a lot of the places we've been, so you'll get an idea of what we got to see. We start with this lovely old pattern book. There's this beautiful dress on the back, which I am totally intending to make.
That is cute.
There's lots of different ones in here. And this was a magazine at the time. It's Pins and Needles publication. And this one's from 1968, so it's quite old. And we have a newer one. This is quite a nice pattern for a cardigan. These look cute. They're kind of like warm vests.
Here's one of my favourites.
There's the Arian knitting book. This is a really nice dress here. And then we've got some hats and sort of balaclava type thing there. Looking cozy. And then lastly, there's this. I just thought it was really cute. Right.
Here comes our first bundle.
This is the one you picked.
Yes, it is.
So don't you want to show what you picked? So Cecile picked this little baggie of yarn. There you go.
There we go.
So she's got some sparkly sort of peach stuff with a light blue.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you've also got...
We've got a purple, grey and black one, which is really pretty.
Yeah. And I think whoever had this before you actually made up this because it's actually 3 strands of yarn. So you wouldn't have to use them together if you didn't want to.
But they are really great together.
Yes, they are. So there's that. And I got this one, which is Esprit DK King Cole. Shade 73 quartz. It is 95% acrylic, 5% other fibers, 50 grams, and there's a little bit here as well. Then I got this. So this is super floofy. This is King Cole Tinsel Chunky. 50 grams per ball, 75% polyester, 25% Lurex, and it is very, very fuzzy. It's an interesting yarn to work with, but you will see eventually what I decide to do with it. I've got some more of the same sort of stuff. Very good packaging. So first we have Stylecraft Eskimo, 50 grams. This is white. It is called Winter White, and it's 100% polyester.
This one is pretty.
And then we have Fantasia Chunky, 50 grams, 100% polyester. Doesn't have a shade or anything, but it's funky. It is sort of purples and greys and white. No, is it purple? Pink?
Purpley pink.
That one. Then we have something of the same sort, but it's got slightly shorter fuzz. This one's blues and sort of sea green. Another one of these. This is Fancy That. It's 100% polyester, 50 grams, and it has shade 34. This one's white. And then lastly in here we have a finer fuzzy blue. That's all the yarn from Golspie. This is actually from Inverness. It's what we had some yarn in. It makes a nice project bag or shopping bag. Cute. Next up, we went to Wick, had a look around there, and we also went into a little cafe there. and got some slushies because it was a really hot day. And then we headed up to John O'Groats, which we do have pictures from there. It's really high up in Scotland. There isn't a whole lot in John O'Groats. I know a lot of tourists and things go there. We went there because we wanted to see how far we could get. I got this tiny little plate. I'll pop in a picture so you can see it more still. Now, the last part of our trip was a lot of packing up before we had to leave.
Yeah.
That took quite a while. And our first stop was a place called Tain. We went into some charity shops. Lucy was going to pass over some of the things we got. Right, these ones are the ones I picked. So we got a couple of dolls when we were there. Monster High dolls. This one is the Gargoyle out of Monster High. And this is the Venus Flytrap. These are the two I picked. And she, luckily enough, has her shoes, which is really awesome. And they look pretty cool. And you got...
I have Frankie.
Huh?
She's got this lovely dress on.
Yep.
And I also got Halloween.
Halloween, yeah.
She's got the best hair out of all of them.
The hair's actually pretty okay. But yes, so we picked up these. I have a few different pieces of clothing I picked out. I'm just going to pop the pictures in here after we finish talking about these and such. When we were there, we also went into a little bakery called Harry Gal. And we got some pies and drinks. They were really good. It was kind of hectic in there. Don't know if we just went in at a bad time or it being busy or what, but it was a little hectic in there. And then after that, we visited Nairn. We didn't get any of the charity shops in Nairn because we spent ages, and I mean ages, in a lovely wool shop. There was loads in there to see, I mean absolutely loads. We have a few things from there to show. Right. You want to pick something to show? I'm going to show that.
We've got this lovely colour. It's Pebble Chunky, which has 200 grams in it.
And what's the fibre content?
And it's 100% acrylic.
Yeah. Does it have a colour name at all? There.
Shade 8000 169.
Yeah, so it doesn't have a colour name at all there, but it's really nice. And what colours has it got?
It's got pinks, yellows and whites.
And it's got a little bit of blue.
Oh, so it does.
So there's that. We also got this little bag of yarn. So she had little packs made up with these labels on them. And it says Nairn Wool Shop, that's the shop that we were in. Stylecraft Special DK, 6 times 100 grams, colour pack, £12 each. So pack £12 each. And the pack we have Clementine, Aspen,
Pretty.
Gingerbread, Atlantis,
Cute.
Citron, and Bonsenberry. We also found she had a bin where she had things that were down in price. So we have Creative Soft Wool Aran, which is 70% acrylic and 25% wool. And it's a light shade of brown. Very pretty. And next we have Stylecraft Recreate 100% 100% of recycled stuff. So it's wool, acrylic and polyester, all recycled. DK weight, 100 grams. Shade is teal. And it is very pretty. It is teal, right? But it's got flecks through it. You might not see it that well here, but we will take photos to show it better. And my mum picked out a few things. So she got these little point protector things. So I take one of them off of here. Okay, so it's this little almost handbag shape. So it's got this hook on one end, and then the other end has 2 holes so you can put it on the end of your knitting needles so your yarn project doesn't fall off. And then she also got this Hemline Gold magnetic pin dish. So it's a black dish and it's magnetic. So if you've got something metal, which I don't think I really have anything metal. Oh, I do. This sticks. It will stick to it. And we thought it'd be a good idea for her sewing pins because sometimes they fall off the table. If they're in that, they're less likely to. Lastly, I got this finished when we were away on our trip. So this is Wilma the Elephant from a magazine I got quite a while ago. I think it was Crochet Now. Yeah. So her name was Wilma in the pattern. And I have altered the pattern somewhat. So I will start with the legs. The legs are the same as the pattern, didn't change the legs. Then we come up to the skirt. I made the skirt a bit longer and I added in this cute frill around the bottom just to give it something interesting. Then up to here the arms are actually the same for the body. The only difference is I changed it so that these were attached by buttons so that they can move. And then I did the same with the head. And her hat is actually supposed to be part of her head. But I didn't want the hat to be part of her head, so I came up with this hat. Just kind of random stitches I put together, and then a pom-pom. If you look, I used the yarn from different places. So the yarn from her leggings and her skirt actually make up the hat. Because this bit and this bit are the leggings. Then this dark part is the main part of her skirt, and the silver is the trim. So I kind of made it all come together. The only thing that isn't done yet is her ears aren't actually sewn on. They're just kind of pinned on at the moment. But she's basically finished. So that's pretty much everything for today's video. I do have one little question for this one, and that is going to go with traveling. Did any of you have any holidays recently? Or did you have some like staycations? And if you're thinking of somewhere to go, have you got any ideas? Do you want to stay in your country? Is there a specific city or town you want to see? It'd be interesting to know. Leave a comment down below and ring the bell and you'll get notifications. Like and comment and subscribe.